CNN legal analyst Areva Martin accuses David Webb of white privilege before learning he's black.
How dumb can you be?
About as dumb as this bitch.
You have white privilege.
It was a rough day for author and CNN legal analyst Areva Martin on Tuesday. Martin accused Sirius XM Radio and Fox Nation host David Webb of white privilege during a segment on a radio program before he broke the news. Areva, I hate to break it to you, but you should have been better prepared. I'm black, Webb said.
Oh, God.
Wow.
How
Swish.
Stupid.
Ouch.
Nothing but net, motherfucker.
You said that because you have white privilege.
The embarrassing moment occurred during a discussion about experience being more important than race when determining whether or not someone is qualified for a particular job. I've chosen to cross different parts of the media, done the work, so I'm qualified to be in each one. I never considered my color the issue. I consider my qualifications the issue, Webb said. That's another long conversation about white privilege. The things that you have the privilege of doing that people of color don't have the privilege of, said Martin, who also hosts CBS's Face the Truth, ironically enough. A dumbfounded Webb asked, how do I have the privilege of white privilege? Martin responded, David, by virtue of being a white male, you have white privilege.
Wow.
The Fox Nation host then explained he was actually black. I stand corrected, Martin said. Webb scolded Martin for running with an assumption, and she then blamed her team by providing inaccurate information. That's actually insulting, Webb said. It is, and I apologize, Martin said. I was given wrong information. Martin's... Yeah, okay.
You take no responsibility for the fucking things that came out of your mouth. So you're bold enough to say you have white privilege without even knowing what the person looks like and making this huge assumption.
I mean, look.
Which is antithetical to the very values that you're espousing, that it shouldn't matter how someone looks. But then, of course, you precisely judge someone based on that.
Oh, shit, wait, I'm supposed to actually engage with your argument
you're
on a
on Fox
substantive
News,
level
so
instead of just citing race as the fucking primary issue?
You know what it was? I'm talking to someone on Fox News. It's going to be an old white dude. She made an assumption based on that, and she was wrong.
Yeah.
And now blames her team
and then
she blames under the bus.
She blames her team for it. It was my team's fault. They gave me wrong information. They said you were white.
Well,
did her team explicitly tell her, you're going to be talking to this white dude, David Webb? No. She just assumed he was white because probably how he was talking and what he was saying and all that shit.
I mean, this is just what happens when you put a bunch of talking heads in journalistic jobs. I mean, she's just a symptom of a far more widespread problem. We've just got a bunch of bobbleheads giving us our news now. And, you know, when we were on DP, Jake Tapper tried to pull this same shit.
Yes.
And, you know, whatever, he walked it back on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter, not on his broadcast.
Didn't give us a live retraction. But, yeah, you know, this type of like, oh, it was my team. Oh, I wasn't there when that story was written. It's like, fuck you. Your name's on the fucking marquee. Take a little responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like if we fuck up a fact or something, if it's important, I mean, sometimes we've fucked something up and it's just been like, yeah, it's irrelevant. But if we fuck up a pertinent piece of information, I feel like usually we've gone out and been like, we fucked up. We didn't do the proper research, or we were
like at the end of the Kubrick episode last night, if we were like, and he continues to live in seclusion in England to this day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great episode, you know? Like, we're not going to, you know what I mean?
We'd have to come back and be like,
yeah, what are we going to do? I was, sorry about that. I was given wrong information.
Yeah, you know, a fan of ours that helped us with the research actually...
Yeah, passed us that note, and...
it was actually Kuhlman's fault, you know?
It was Kuhlman.
Kuhlman fucking did some research, helped us with this research.
Idiot.
He gave us some wrong information, and he's a fucking piece of shit, and it's all his fault. We're actually real smart people.
Yeah, he was trolling the audience. We had no idea he would do this. We're shocked. He's been fired. Thank you. It's like, come on.
You guys ready for this? Another race story. You guys like race stories?
Uh-oh.
It's dangerous territory.
Club bans a white comedian because he has dreadlocks.
Oh.
Thank God.
So brave.
Venue will not tolerate cultural appropriation. A white comedian has been banned from performing a stand-up gig because he has dreadlocks. The venue in Montreal said Zach Poitras was guilty of cultural appropriation and excluded him from performing in the perhaps aptly named Snowflake Comedy Club last week.
What about the northern white cultures that dreadlocked their hair before they ever even knew black people existed? Is that still, were they appropriating black culture as well?
I have one thing to say to that, Paul.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were going to shoosh me. Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
about
Paul,
Paul,
once they
Paul,
learn.
calm down, Paul.
I don't even like bringing shit like that up because I don't even like playing that game. I think if you want to put a bindi on your fucking forehead and wear a fucking sari or walk around with a fucking burqa on your head if you want to,
Oh, no,
not
you can't
be
do that.
I don't care. Like I really honestly don't care. I think that like the whole point of cultures is to share themselves with other cultures. That, you know, a culture is not monolithic, and a culture is also the sum of tons of other microcultures that it's absorbed over its existence. There's just no point in trying to go, this is mine.
You want to read? I'll read you guys some shit from their thing here.
Oh, they made a long-ass motherfucker. Look at this bullshit.
Jesus.
Fuck them.
Never mind.
I'm
It's
not
too
reading
long.
20
I'll
fucking
just
paragraphs
read,
about
I'll
why
read
this dude's
it's 1,000
dreadlocks.
words, okay? So here's what the article felt was pertinent. We will not tolerate any discrimination or harassment within our spaces.
Okay, so was he going there to
Okay.
discriminate against anyone or
Actually,
harass them?
they were the only ones that were...
Discriminating or harassing anybody. Yeah.
They argue that it is a privilege to be able to wear dreads as a white
Why?
person.
Why is that?
Without experiencing the discrimination faced by black people, and said that a white person sporting the hairstyle was a slap in the face for the decades of colonialism, slavery, and cultural genocide where black people have been persecuted and forbidden to practice their culture, wear their clothes, and their hairstyles.
So because black people suffered greatly in this country at one time, white people can't wear any
Well, this is in
hairstyle they
Canada.
want. When we go to the barber or when we look at the hair that comes out of our head, we can't decide to do whatever we want with it because black people suffered greatly at the beginning of this country.
I can tell you this. If I were to never brush my hair and never wash my hair, that shit would be in dreadlocks.
Mine too.
It would be dreads because you could. I've even started to see them fucking form when I've been particularly neglectful of my hair, which sometimes I am because I'm a lazy fuck.
It turns out that that's what hair does.
Yeah. If you have long hair, whether you're black or you're white or whatever.
Nope, cultural appropriation.
In
TJ.
fact, if black people's hair grows out, doesn't it kind of like poof outwards like a big afro? My white hair naturally will dread. So if anything, black people are culturally appropriating my ass. So
No.
they stole it from us.
Nope.
Fuck them.
Wrong.
Fuck their stupid
It's
concerns.
not true. It's something that happens to human beings' hair that evolved independently in several different cultures. No one culture owns the dreadlock.
Even if it was from one particular culture, that culture doesn't own it.
But you have to understand.
Anybody
Exactly.
can do anything that they fucking want and fuck this comedy club up the ass.
But here, you have to read this. This kind of explain it. We live in a society where systemic racism is present, and where the spaces where people who are marginalized can feel safe are very rare. The co-op les recolles, I don't know,
Le Colel.
aspires to be a space where the people will feel comfortable, or these people will feel comfortable. And basically, what it is now is it has to be the most like
This is not a comedy club.
Well, no. All these venues have to fucking cater to the person who's most sensitive. So there's literally people who, if they see a white person with dreads, in this venue would probably actually become offended.
This is not a comedy club.
It is that person that should be forced to go and find some ridiculous entertainment that conforms to their exacting standards, not the people performing.
I have painted a picture of a square.
I think the reality in some areas.
Let us stare at it for 72
of the Western
hours.
world, that's just not possible. Like you literally, if you're not 100% PC, politically correct, you're just going to be seeing yourself basically be deplatformed or just not allowed in because like nope, that's cultural appropriation. We've already decided. The council here has decided that you're guilty of it. And you see what it was like. There's a trial. It's like so the people that run this place just decided. Oh nope, you're guilty of this. That's it.
Well,
I can't. Did they speak to the guy? No, they probably just said nope, you're out of here. You can't do it unless you cut your hair.